We are finally gonna go live with the first game here for the IEM Katowice European Closed Qualifier 2018. The main event taking place in the start of March in Katowice, Poland. Hope you guys are ready for that one. It's always interesting to watch these events. Katowice, one of my absolute favorite events. But let's get into the game here. Heroic going for early aggression over towards B with the bomb as well. Finding that easy frag on Kiev. Taking him down without taking any damage. Muddy gets the double, both being headshots. Next falls as well. Now for a 3-on-5 retake situation here for Big. Moving in from kitchen, all three players. Taps and patient waiting for the flank, and we'll get that nice and easy. Good crosshair placement, Snappy falls. Nice job. Oh, I thought that was leg here for a second. Got a bit overexcited. Yugi in a good position, both players up towards Apps. Got B tapping the bomb just once. Now we'll go for the defuse, but Nico is there. He gets the double as well. A good round for Heroic. 2 players surviving, getting that bomb plant, and the round on the B side. Big going for the new meta, not forcing up completely in the second round. Buying some upgraded pistols, but saving most of their economy for the upcoming gun round. Heroic. 3 SMGs, 2 AK-47s. Looks like they want to go for an A split from middle. 1 player on ramp, 1 in palace, 2 in top mid, and 1 underpass. Big have decent positions for this one. Got 1 on short, 2 in window. Actually, 2 in ladder room now, 1 in window, 2 on the A side itself. Decent positions from Big. Taps in a really good spot up close towards the connector. He spots 1 as he jumps above the smoke. A Yugi, Snappy, easy tack. Moving in towards the side, making it look incredibly easy. Again, no Kevlar, no armor, nothing like that on Big. No utility either. Upgraded pistols, that's about it. And should be a fairly easy round here for Heroic. Next one should be fairly easy as well. I don't expect a massive buy from Big coming into the next round. Easy attack finding got B. Nico and Snappy incredibly low on HP, but they managed to survive, and all 5 players do that. Yugi with the final kill, Heroic making it 2-0. As suspected, for this round, a few upgraded pistols once again for Big, but that's about it. A single flashbang on Tapson, and this time around, Heroic going for early aggression over towards B, but it's merely a fake. 2 players flashing in towards B, trying to cause for a rotation, and they will do exactly that. The A-bomb side is completely free. Right for the taking. Got B last man standing, not for long, will join the rest of his team in the grave as Muddy shuts him down. Double kill for Muddy, double for Snappy as well, and 3-0 for Heroic. Finally, Big will have enough money for a full buy, and as mentioned, with not forcing completely in the second round, and saving most of their money in the third round as well, means that they will have enough money for plenty of utility. The AWP on Legia, Kevlar behind it. Even got a kit on Got B. A really strong buy here for Big, considering that Heroic still holding on to 2 of their SMGs. This gives Big a bit of a better chance going into this one. Heroic once again going for their mid to B split, it seems. One player in underpass, two in top mid. with the bomb. 2 towards the ramp area. Legia. Finding a gap. Taking full advantage of it. Snappy goes down. That's the bomb as well. They now should know that it's somewhat of an A split from middle, considering that they spotted the bomb in middle. Nico. Good aggression in middle. Finds the frag on taps in the window. Legia. Gonna try and find the angles. Try and find the peak. Instead, it's gonna be Got B with a bit of help from Tapson. Nico falls. The boost up towards bricks on short. Legia chiming in with the AWP. Gets his second for the round. Looking for even more. Yugi up close towards the smoke. Almost can't. Oh, Legia through the smoke. Got B with the final kill. Legia with the triple. Got B with a double. And Big with their first round on the board. A good start to the game. A good start to the day with shots like that. I love it. Obviously heroic, seeing as they did get some fairly easy rounds the first couple of rounds. Means that they still got plenty of money for a full buy. It's going to be full AK. Yugi not going for the AWP. It's a bit interesting. One of the better AWP players that we have in Denmark. Buddy going for the aggression in towards B. Got B goes down. Finds the frag on next over towards the truck as well. Legia looking for even more. Flashbang out. Legia, that's a nice flick on Muddy. Taps and goes down. So does Legia. Easy tag finding 2. Snappy with the final for the round. And another round on the board for Heroic. Now this gives me a good opportunity to ask you guys in the chat, who do you think will take the victory in this one? Will it be Big? Will it be Heroic? And when I say this one, I mean this map. Make your picks in the chat. Hashtag Big or hashtag Heroic. Show your colors. Let us know what you think about this one. Obviously, this one is going to be, or should at least be, a fairly easy round here. That works as well. For Heroic is what I'm trying to say. Yugi finding a slight gap in the smoke, takes care of Tapson as well. First frag was a nice little smoke kill. Legia will find one onto Yugi. Should be able to find the AWP as well. Indeed, he will. Seems like, from a quick look in the chat, that the majority of you guys are rooting for Heroic on this one. But we also got a lot of you rooting for Big. Muddy and Nico picking up the pieces. Legia will not be able to hold on to that AWP. 5-1 on the board. Big, their economy is still not great. They're gonna go for a bit of a low buy once again with some upgrade pistols, Kevlar behind it. A bit of utility. Saving around or a bit over 2,000. Obviously Legia saving a bit more so he can get that AWP with utility behind it. Yugi finding the initial, got B chiming in, he finds one of his own, taps in long range, trying his very best to pick off Muddy, but Muddy does it all. Gets the triple, Nico finds the final one on Got B. Fairly clean round here for Heroic. Do lose 2 players, however, but their economy is straight up through the roof. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard while we're at it. Muddy sitting at the very top on 10. Right below him, we got Yugi on 8. 5 for Nico and Snappy. for Easy Tack. On the other side, over at Big, 7 for Legia, 6 for GotB, 1 for Tapson. Nex and Kiev yet to frag. Finally, Big. Enough money to buy up once more, but as mentioned, there's so much money on the heroic side. That could be an issue. They don't just need this round, they need potentially 2 more. Yugi sitting on 10k, 7k for Nico, and 5k for the rest. He has taken a bit of damage early into the round as he tried to find an angle over towards the B apps. Now, as you can see on the minimap, Heroic rather trying to make their way back towards A. Should be going for that A aggression anytime soon. Seems like they're lining up for a few smokes for the time being. Legia going for the rotation. Indeed, the smokes in towards the side. Keith falls as Muddy goes for the aggression. Taps and will get the trade, but he goes down as well. Legia finding the frag on Easy Tack. Oh, gets the wall bang on Snappy. Snappy goes down to just 23 HP. Legia has taken some damage as well. Bomb is planted for short. These positions are so good. Snappy falls to the nade, but Nico in connector and up on short. It's gonna be Yugi. There is a smoke on Legia, and he should definitely be considering throwing that over towards the connector area. But it seems like instead, Big are just gonna fall back in this 2-on-2. They should know the position from Nico, but I guess they didn't have info on Yugi. That means another round on the board for Heroic. 7-1, never forget. A pause coming in. I can only imagine that's going to be a tactical for Big. As mentioned, so much money on Heroic. This could be an incredibly one-sided affair here on Mirage. Let's be honest, let's be frank. It's gonna be a tough task for Big to get back into this one. They're behind by 6 rounds. Their economy is absolutely abysmal. On the other side, Heroic, they got so much money that buying up is not gonna be an issue for the next couple of rounds, even if they lose it. This is gonna be incredibly tough for Big to get back into this one. It does seem like they decide to go for a bit of a low buy here, with Nex and Kiev buying Deagles. Maybe they can get on the scoreboard with these Deagles and find some headshots. Who knows? Now we are just waiting for the players to get ready again. As mentioned, I can only suspect it's a tactical for Big. That's what makes the most sense to me right now, at least. More than likely talking through what can we do differently. Are we just getting outplayed in general, or can we change up our positions? I think it's a bit of a blunder that they didn't try to go for that one in the previous round. It was a 2-on-2 situation. They had a smoke, could have thrown it down towards connector where they knew Nico was positioned, and then just gambled for the final player. Yugi was unsure, so had they done that, obviously I have way more information than they do, but had they done that, it could have been a different story right now. And as mentioned, for this round, a Big going for a bit of a low buy, a few upgraded pistols, and that's going to be that. Leggy and GieTe obviously holding on to their weapons from the previous round, holding on to a bit of their utility as well. For this one, Heroic setting up the default, watching for Palace, Nico watching for ramp. Got 2 players watching top mid, 1 watching for the B aggression. From this position, it's something we've seen time and time again. From this exact position, there's so many opportunities. You can go for a split towards A, you can fall back towards A, ramp set up for an A execute. You can have 1 lurker towards A, the rest of the team going over towards B. So many opportunities from this exact setup. Legia does manage to find the first on Snabby with his AWP. Nico finding gut B towards connector. Legia still up in ladder room, finds yet another. Nico goes down. Legia running for his life. Keeve in the meantime, he's back on the score. He's finally joining the scoreboard, I should say. Yugi with the patience play. Keeve, the timing is not in his favor. Muddy pushes in towards the A-bomb site. Finds the frag on Keith, but he's left alone. Was in a 1-on-3, now in a 1-on-2. Not much time to work with. Does pick up the bomb, but there's no more time. Next, fall back, brother. Muddy goes down after the time. Means he's not gonna get any bonus money for this round, or for losing this round, but still the economy is so good on Heroic. I don't think they care. But a really good round here for Big. Only 2 players with primary weapons. A FAMAS, an AWP. The rest of the team with 2 Deagles, a CZ 75. But as mentioned, absolutely no issue for Heroic to buy up once more. Aggression up on short. Keep the no-scope finds the frag on Nico. Snabby trades him out, but Legia is in position as well. Easy attack going for the aggression in towards B. A nice little B split here from Heroic. Back to a 3-on-3 situation already on the flank. It's gonna be Tapson. That's a pretty good nade. Muddy catching it with his face. A good amount of damage goes down to roughly 40, but Muddy, he's still fighting. Still standing strong. Still getting the frags. Tapson moving in. Easy attack will shut him down. Heroic back at it. Big getting economically reset. That's massive. Heroic should have a fairly easy road towards the... or for the rest of the rounds here in the first half. Big, I don't know what to say. This is not the Big that we saw at the Major. This is not the Big that we've seen for such a long time. They're getting absolutely destroyed. I do want to point out, Mirage is not one of their great maps. I think that's a bit of an understatement, actually. Heroic definitely came to party, that's for sure. Heroic once again going for the A splits. Something I want to point out for you guys, if you haven't already, pay attention to the minimap. You can see very early into the round what Heroic's game plan is for that round. That's one of the reasons why I love Mirage so much. It's such a cool map to see what the teams actually want to do, and you can see it so early into the round. More or less a clean round here for Heroic, only losing 1 player, and again their economy is absolutely brilliant. Got so much money to work with. And Big, their back is against the wall at this point. Next, still not on the scoreboard. That's a blunder. I mentioned before the game started that Nex was supposed to be the star player for Big. Didn't shine at the E-League Major and has definitely not been showing up in this game so far. Hopefully he can find his groove and get back into it. This is not looking good for Nex, that's for sure. Nico finds the frag on taps and should be a fairly easy round here for Big. And indeed it is. Nico with the quad kill, Yugi finds one. Did I say an easy round for Big? Obviously I meant heroic. 10-2 on the board. I don't know what to say anymore. This is beautiful stuff by heroic. Textbook. Sticking to the strats they know. Finding the frags that they need. And absolutely destroying Big. Here on Mirage. At least the first half of Mirage. This best of 3. Next, come on. T-set 75, up close to the smoke. Finds one. Quick trade though. Could have gotten more out of that. But Legia is there. Ooh, this is looking really good for Big all of a sudden. Bit of a force buy. Seems to be working out just fine. Nico in a 1-on-4 managed to make it back to a 1-on-2. He's still all on his lonesome. Taps and will shut him down. Keith with a double. Every single player getting a kill except for GieTe in that round. And Big, they now have a chance. They now have a shot at getting the final 2 rounds. 10-5. It's not a brilliant scoreline, but it's definitely manageable. Either way, still an abysmal start here for Big on Mirage against Heroic. GieTe attack taking a lot of damage from the molly. Legia up close towards the smoking connector, but Muddy spots just a pixel, takes him down nice and easy. Snappy, he finds one. Muddy helping out, taking care of Nex over towards jungle. GieTe finding the frag on Snappy. Unfortunately for him, that wasn't the bomb planter. That's a nice shot on Yugi. GieTe attack is fairly low on HP. If he finds yet another kill here, GieTe, there's actually a pretty good chance of this 2-on-5 clutch. He will do exactly that. Muddy in a good position. Keith moving in towards window. Shouldn't be aware of this, and indeed he's not. Muddy shuts him down. GieTe left alone. He needs the ace to clutch this one out. Does have a kit, but no more time. Finds the AWP. Falls back to safety. Tries to hold on to it for the next round. Another round on the board for Heroic. 11-3. And again, Big. Their economy is not great, but at least they have 3 players who can buy. When I say 3 players, I mean GieTe held on to the AWP from the previous round. Now they have a double op setup as a triple op setup. Okay. I don't know what's going on anymore. Triple op setup for the final round of the first half. That's definitely interesting. Could have potentially managed their economy a bit better for the final round, that's for sure. Not something we see that often, but it's interesting to say the least. Obviously should be another fairly easy round here for Heroic. Now, as I say that, triple ops might not be the best idea, but if they can take these long-range battles. They could potentially find a frag or two here and there. With the AWPs, it's one shot to kill unless you leg shot anyone. That is the silver lining, but Yugi, as I mentioned, he's so strong on the AWP. Tapson, how are you still alive? 4 on 4, Yugi. Yet another. Wow, so quick. Such a strong AWPer. As I mentioned, in my opinion, I think actually maybe the third best AWPer in Denmark right now. But definitely in top 5, that's for sure. So strong, so fast. Heroic picking up the 12th round, making it a pretty one-sided first half. The Danish favor. Now we are just waiting for the players to get ready for the second half. And as we do that, let me take a quick look at the Na'Vi Epsilon game, see how that one is going. Seems like for the time being it's Na'Vi in the lead, 10-4 on Cobblestone. That's Epsilon's map pick. The reason why I'm looking at that match is because in the next round on this channel, on this stream, I will be covering Gambit versus the winner of Na'Vi or Epsilon. If you haven't already, hit that follow button, make sure you tune in for that one. It's going to be interesting for sure. And hopefully this can turn interesting as well. It's not right now. Well, it has been actually. It's been a bit back and forth, and Heroic has gotten some pretty dope rounds. Few cool kills here and there. Hopefully the second half is not as one-sided. Hopefully this gets a bit more competitive and a bit more interesting towards the second half. We are finally gonna hit live for the second half. Heroic now on CT side, Big on the T side. For the pistol, we got a bit of utility on GieTe and on Legia. 2 players with utility for Big. The rest on Kevlar. Same goes for Heroic. Every single player on Kevlar. Fast aggression in towards the A-bomb side. Tapson tapping away with Glock. Finds the frag on Snappy. Yugi. Nico. Chiming back. Yugi. Oh my. Keith, how do you not get that? Leggy and GieTe. Yet another GieTe with the triple. Ooh, baby, a triple. Nice shots from GieTe. Left, right, and center. Flicking around. Look at the flick of the wrist. GieTe getting the triple in the pistol, securing the round for Big. Exactly what they need to get back into this one, but they're still such a long way. Heroic going for, again, the meta play, not forcing up completely on the second round on CT side. Making sure that they hold on to a bit of their economy going into the gun round. Muddy going for a bit of aggression down towards ramp. Yuki finding one as well. This could fall apart very easily for Big. Muddy will fall to GieTe. Snappy up close towards the apps area, towards Palace. Finds the frag on Legia. 2 on 4 now. This is looking really good for Heroic. Not so much for Big, however. Flashing towards the side. Snappy in a good position in Palace. Looking for the frag on Keith. Keith with an SMG for the long range. Does manage to find the frag either way. The silver lining here for Big is that every remaining player doesn't have any armor, but they stack up. Easy tag. Finds the frag on Keith, deals so much damage on GieTe. There's 5 seconds to go. Yuki finds the frag. Heroic picking up the force by victory. Not even a full force. 3 players without Kevlar, without head armor. Upgraded pistols was more than enough for Heroic, sorry, to take the force by. I'm so confused. Beautiful stuff by Heroic though. And Big in shambles at this point. Big with a force buy. They pretty much need it. It's now or never. 2 more rounds for Heroic will secure the overtime as a bare minimum. 3 rounds will secure the victory here on Mirage. Quick reminder for you guys, it is a best of 3. This map has been chosen by Heroic. Next map will be Cobblestone, chosen by Big. Third and final map will be Terrain as the decider. Still more CS to come, even after this game. Got more matches today, so make sure you hit that follow button. Stay tuned. Hopefully we can get some less one-sided games. Easy attack finds the frag on Legia. First frag for Heroic in this round. Good initial 2 for Big. Muddy finds 1. Jugi goes down. Next. Muddy still alive, still in a good position. Muddy has been firing on all cylinders for this game, that's for sure. Keith going for the aggression through the smoke, or through the molly rather, but Muddy is right there, patiently waiting with the USP. That's a quad kill. A quick look on the scoreboard will show that Muddy is currently sitting on 25 kills in just 18 rounds. That's pretty good. 18 for Yugi, 15 for Nico, 11 for Easy Tag, 9 for Snappy. On the other side, GieTe at the forefront with 16, 14 for Legia, 8 for Tapson, 7 for Keith, and next on 2. Simply not good enough. Tapson trying to find his luck for that peek down towards CT, but Snappy in a good position will shut him down. A lot of damage dealt towards Legia and GieTe, and for some weird reason we're stuck on Tapson. He is a beautiful human being, but he's also dead. Let him rest in peace. Big, they just seem disjointed. Again, if we take a look at the minimap compared to when we saw Heroic on their T side and the minimap, how that looked for them. Big, it doesn't seem like they have a game plan for the most of this, for the most of these rounds. They're so split up, so far between. They go for one-on-one situations rather than teaming up against a guy. There's definitely something wrong on Big for this map, that's for sure. It might be the map, and I definitely hope it is. I hope we get to see a different Big on Cobblestone, that's for sure. Heroic now sitting on map point. Furthermore, they got 11 of them. Should be able to find a round in the next 11. And might even be this one. It definitely looks like it. Last player is going to be GieTe down towards the ramp area. Left alone, 1-on-5, nothing he can do. Muddy shuts him down. Another multi-kill round for Muddy. Another round for Heroic. They take map 1 in strong fashion. GG, well played. Second map between Heroic and Big here for the IEM Katowice 2018 European Closed Qualifier. It is going to be Cobblestone chosen by Big, Heroic starting on CT side. And here we go. For the pistol, Big with a bit of utility on Legia, smoke and 2 flashes. Snappy going for the peek out towards middle spots, 1 player but nothing more. The rest of Big slowly making their way over close towards middle as well. Haven't quite decided what to do just yet, but IEM he spots 1, spots 3. Now going for the aggression up towards the site. The smoke up close. Yugi in a good position, but that flashbang, he's completely blinded. Still catches a headshot on got B. Taps and answers back, but there's still a player on the site and 2 over towards balcony. They almost line up for taps and he finds one and Legia will get the second. Snappy still on the back of side. He finds the double. Back and forth it went. Heroic picking up the pistol. What a shot from Yugi though. Completely blinded. Turns for the 180. Still catches the headshot. That's sick. I mentioned already in the first map. We saw a few smoke kills in the first map, and I said if this is what we can expect from this one, it could potentially be incredibly interesting. And I love to see what you guys in the chat typically call vac moments. It's absolutely brilliant. It makes for good highlight reels as well. And while I'm at that, if you guys feel like you see something incredibly cool for this game, make sure to clip it. You don't have to post the clip anywhere. If you want to share it on Reddit, that's totally up to you though. Make sure you clip any cool clips that you see. I will be making a highlight reel of this qualifier and putting it on my YouTube channel. I will give you guys credit for the clips as well. Initial frag from Nex into the second round. C set 75. A force buy here for Big. Legia obviously saving a bit for the AWP. Not entirely sure why he's the main arbor right now for Big. Yugi and Snappy finding 1 each. Snappy looking for even more close down towards middle. IEM long range tapping away with the FAMAS. Finding the frag on Legia. Keith takes care of Snappy. But a return nade takes him out. Tapson trying to find the flank. Potentially, actually just holding on to the UMP. I didn't quite catch the time there, but indeed he will be holding on to the UMP instead. 22 HP, 1 second to go. Not much he can do anyways. All things considered, decent round here for Heroic. Could have been a bit better. Managed to find 2 kills. That was that. 3 players surviving from Heroic. Again, can sort of work on their economy. Their economy isn't great yet. But we saw it in the first map, how important economy actually is. Heroic completely running away with that round, or with that map. Mostly due to them establishing a great economy early into the game. Ooh. That's an unfortunate nade. Not entirely sure how it went back into his face. Muddy, gonna get boosted up towards putt. Or drop. Bit of a slow start to the round here for Big. And taking a quick look at the minimap will show that they want to go for some aggression over towards A, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. They already got matrix control, 1 player playing up close towards the mid area, that's gonna be IEM. Sitting just on the right hand side when you push out. GieTe doesn't seem to find anything up close towards the mid area, but Nex and Tapson, they fall to Snabby. Snabby lining them up, gets the triple, gets the quad. Will he get the ace? No. GieTe will shut him down. But GieTe is left alone, was in a 1-on-4. Now in a 1-on-3, the bomb is dropped on the side. He doesn't have the time. Muddy shuts him down with a nice shot on the deagle. 3-0 for Heroic. As mentioned in the chat, Big decided to go for a bit of a false buy. It didn't quite work out for them, which means that now they're going to be on more or less a full eco. A few upgraded pistols. We got 2 Deagles, a CZ75, 2 P250s as well. So every single player playing with an upgraded pistol for this round. But other than that, they don't have any utility, they don't have any Kevlar or head armor. And should again be a fairly easy round here for Heroic. Nico, good position, just under the window in drop. Finds one, looking for more. Tapson is there. The nade should do a good amount of damage. Goes down to just 12 HP. The nade, follow up. Goodbye, Tapson. A clean round for Heroic, not losing a single player. And that again means that they can work on their economy. Once again, a quick flashback in my mind to the first map where the economy from Heroic was incredible throughout the entire first half. And they absolutely destroyed Big on that map. Now finally Big with the AK-47s, plenty of utility behind it as well. Should have potential of at least getting a few more kills in this round than they have had in the initial 4. Bit of damage dealt here by Nex. Yugi sitting right behind the smoke, finding an angle. Nex. Already way more kills on the bot than he got in the last game. Currently sitting on 3. Well, I think he ended on 3 in the last game as well, so about the same. He ended on 2 in the last game. I just checked up on it. Down to just 3 HP, 1-man advantage here for Big. And when it comes to HP, it's pretty much equal, and now back in the favor of Heroic. Good shot from Snappy, completely blind, but he spots the player before he gets blinded. That was Yugi, not Snappy, sorry. Up close towards the side, it's going to be Nico. He finds one, gets the second as well. 2 beautiful headshots. Nice little spray action by Nico, and another round for Heroic. 5-0. At this point, you gotta take a look at Big internally and say, what in the world is going on? Like, what's happening right here? As I mentioned before the game started, Heroic on paper is the better team. They should be able to win this one, but it shouldn't be this one-sided. It should be way closer. Oh, Yugi, how do you do it? Blinded again, flick shot while blinded. That's just gnarly. Yugi is still alive, still fighting. Nico, spray down. Catches one, got the next. Now in a 2-on-2, make that a 2-on-1. Easy attack, last man standing, gonna be on the flank. Easy attack, moving up closer towards the site. He gets spotted. And gets taken down, finally! The first round on the board for Big. But they need so much more. Now, the silver lining for Big here compared to on Mirage is that now Heroic is on the CT side, and that means that even if they have 6,000 on their CT side starting into the round, money or everything costs a bit more on the CT side, so money is not gonna last as long as it does on the T side, and that does give Big an opportunity of potentially getting back into this game. I think it's a bit early to say, but they desperately need it, as I mentioned. This time around, Yugi boosted up. Tapson going for the shoulder peek, baiting up the shot. Spray down through middle, deals a bit of damage. Big taking their time setting up this execute. It seems like an A split, 2 players over close towards drop. They could go for a B take, and that seems to be exactly what they want to do actually. The bomb is falling back towards B. It's an A fake and a B take. Up close towards middle. Once again, it's going to be easy tag. He goes down without a fight. Nico gets the trade, gets the double trade as well. Finds Nex out towards connector. 3 on 3. Taps in a decent position up close towards connector window, but Nico shuts him down. Nice and easy. Yugi still on the back of side, and as someone mentioned in the chat just a few seconds ago, Yugi has been playing absolutely out of his mind already. He's not quite done yet. Only 10 seconds left on the clock. Got B falls. Nico with the quad kill for this one. 6-1 for Heroic. Big once again on the back against the wall. This is a pause coming in as well. Gives me a bit of time to analyze what has actually happened this far, and how in the world are Big gonna get back from this. So I wanna emphasize it's not only Big making mistakes in this one. Heroic, they got phenomenal players. We've seen it time and time again. Yugi, as I mentioned before the game started, one of the absolute best AWPers in Denmark, and arguably, I would say definitely in top 8 in the world right now. He's so quick on the trigger. And it seems like whenever you think now he's hit his peak, he turns up, practices, he gets even better with the AWP. It's really just beautiful to see, to be completely honest with you. But as I mentioned, not totally on Big making mistakes. Heroic, they got individual plays. They play really well as a team right now. It's gonna be tough for Big to get back into this one. I would love to see their coach, Peacemaker, rather, step it up a little bit. And obviously he's not on the server. He can't shoot their opponents, but something needs to happen, that's for sure. I don't know where it lies. Players are not hitting their shots. First of all, that's a big issue. But their strats are not working either. This time around going for the fast rush, not towards speed, because they ain't rushing. Rushing the A bomb side instead. Do manage to find 2 frags fairly early. Taps and got B both under 10 HP. Molly up towards the side. Nico burns just a bit, but now trying to find the angle. Muddy, the timing, does manage to find 1. Takes a bit of damage as well. Got B, pretty much nothing he can do at this point. And indeed, Nico will shut him down. Another double kill for Muddy. Every single player getting a kill in this round except for Yugi. And another round on the board for Heroic. 7-1. Again, as mentioned, every single player on Heroic doing an absolute phenomenal job. Same can be said for Mirage. The only one who's not outshining his previous performance is probably EasyTag, but when they're winning this comfortably on Mirage and they're this far ahead on Cobblestone, there's not that big of a need for EasyTag to go ham as well. The rest of the team are doing just fine with him, you know, taking the lead in the tactical aspect. Muddy, another double kill, looking for even more. Back to a 2-on-4 situation. Muddy taking a good chunk of damage. Now going for the boost. I believe GieTe just heard that. Oh, Snappy jumps for the peak, spots next on site, finds the kill through the smoke. GieTe left alone. Up close towards the site, over by Titanic. Now his position should definitely be known. And indeed it is. EasyTag shuts him down. Every single player just waiting for EasyTag to get that kill. It's a bit funny to see. Either way, 8-1 for Heroic. I hate to keep repeating myself, but Big in shambles. Like, this is not looking good for Big. I think that's an understatement, actually. Seven-round deficit for Big. And again, they're back against the wall. Pistol by Kevlar. Tiny amount of utility. Oh, this round should be another fairly easy round for Heroic. We did see a few decent rounds. Again, a few. They only managed to get 4 total in Mirage, but a few of the rounds they got, I think 2 of them were actually on fairly low buy or a mixed buy, where they did manage to make something work. They need to find that, again, they need to find an opening, they need to make their low buys, their mixed buys work. And we just haven't seen that so far. GieTe taking a ton of damage down towards middle. Heroic continuing with the double AWP setup. Yugi and Snappy. And Snappy, he's no stranger to the AWP either. Does miss that shot, however. Legia shuts him down. Picks up the AWP and now making their way close towards that A bomb site. There's still 2 defenders on A. It's a 2-on-3 situation with 1 player on B. That's going to be Yugi with his AWP. And they need to make a decision quick. Only 15 seconds left on the clock. Need to figure out whether they want to go for A or B. They spotted 2 players over towards A and decide to go back towards the B bomb site. Yugi, just like that. No scope for the final kill. Legia and got B falls. Yugi, more than enough to hold off the aggression towards that B bomb site. 9-1. I had a slight hope that Big would make that one happen. Could potentially bring that one back, but seems like most of you guys in the chat, your hope is pretty much gone at this point, and mine too, I must admit. I tried to stay as impartial as possible, but this is just too much of a one-sided affair to actually give any credit to Big. Like, yeah, that's a nice shot on Nico. Tapson found one on Yugi as well. GieTe takes care of Muddy. Surely not. This round, they have to win it. 2-on-4 situation, Snappy and EasyTag. The 2 players that's been lowest on the scoreboard in the first game, and I believe in this one as well. I'm not entirely sure about Snappy. Snappy is actually up there. at least the two overall least impactful players on Heroic overall. And now for a 4-on-1 situation, Snappy obviously gonna try and hold on to the M4. And Big finally finding their second round on the board. As mentioned, finally the second round on the board for Big. And as I said a bit earlier, economy is not as easy to control on the CT side as it is on the T side. And because of that, Heroic obviously will have enough money to buy up for this one. But after this one, they don't have that much money going forward. Big, they're not out of it yet. There's still a chance of getting back into this one, but they definitely need to step it up. Every single player needs to step it up. One guy who stepped up compared to the to the previous map, that's Nex. He's now sitting at the top of the scoreboard with 9. Quick reminder, and I don't mean to stab him in the back, but he was only on 2 kills as the first map ended. Smoke out towards Matrix. And as I did mention for you guys, we do have more games coming up on this channel for today. Next game will be Gambit versus the winner of, see if I got this right, Navi versus Epsilon. Indeed I do. And right now, Navi, they took map 1 16-13, so they're in the lead. Legia finding the opening frag on Yugi. Keith taking a ton of damage. Returns with the molly and a beautiful headshot on Snappy. Next finds the kill on Nico. Easy tag. Oh, unfortunate. Good positioning, but Big, they checked it. Took him down. Muddy left alone over towards B. Sitting here by Titanic. Next in a decent position. Slowly moving around and will find the one tap. A clean round for Big. Exactly what they need to get their butts back into this one. They can finally start to work on their own economy, while Heroic, as I mentioned, CT economy is a tricky one. They're gonna be on pretty much a full eco with only 2 upgraded pistols. Snappy and Yugi both playing with the Deagle. This is it. Time for Big to get back into the match. It's a nice shot from Yugi. Not only a criminal with the AWP, definitely a strong player with the Deagle as well. Wow. Just stop. Just stop, Yugi. Finally he get put to the ground, but... Ooh, that's a nice shot by Tapson. Damage is already done, though. That was a triple kill with only a Deagle. Muddy takes care of Tapson. There's still plenty of time for Keith to work with. He knows one of the players is over towards Chicken. Should know that Easy Tag is on the side itself. Will find the frag on Easy Tag. Knows Muddy's position, but he doesn't know where Snappy is. Snappy picking up the AWP, trying to find an angle, and will do exactly that. Heroic, you can't shut them down. Even when it looks tough, to say the least, for Heroic. With only 2 Deagles, Yugi steps up massively with his. gets a triple, nice and easy, 3 1-deeks in a row. 10-3 Heroic. Silver lining for Biggies, they still have economy for a full buy in this one. 10-5, again, as I said on Mirage, not the end of the world, it's definitely doable. 10-4, 10-3, I don't know. Next, dealing a bit of damage through the smoke, but it will be GieTe finding the frag. Next, taking care of Snappy through the stables over towards Matrix. Nico gets the trade. We're stuck on Next. Legia with the AWP. He gets spotted and taken incredibly low by Nico. So finally finishing it off. Gets the second as well. Keith goes down. Tapson left alone. 10 HP. 1-on-2 against Yugi and Muddy. Arguably the 2 absolute best players on Heroic. I would definitely argue that. Tapson will secure the plant. 10 HP as mentioned. Yugi, flash. Oh! Tapson! What? Wow! Completely blind. Taps away. The name fits the player and his style. Granted, they did line up for him, but his crosshair placement was brilliant. Completely blinded, gets the double headshot tap work over towards the door area. Wow. Keeps them alive, 10 HP, and clutches a 1-on-2. That's sick. GieTe finds the entry towards B. Muddy, decent position over towards Titanic. Finds one, a quick trade coming in, however.
Bomb has been planted.
Tapson trying through the smoke as well. He's attacked up close and personal. Takes a decent amount of damage. Keith with the wild spray down, he connects on 2. Legia finds the Kobe on Snappy. 5th round for Big. 10-5, as I mentioned, not the end of the world. This is definitely doable for Big. They have a chance of getting back into this one. Still a tough task. If they secure the pistol and they don't lose the second round as they did on Mirage, getting back into this one is not that far off. I want to see that Tapson play up on Reddit later today. I hope someone clipped that. You guys can get some free karma for that one, posting it on Reddit. Now let's get back into the action. Big on CT side, Heroic on the T side. A bit of utility here on Legia with 2 flashbangs and a kit. Other than that, upgraded pistol on Snappy, but that's about it. It's got a flash down towards drop as well. Legia getting dinked through the door, goes down to roughly 40 HP. Snappy gets the double. Muddy gets the double as well. Back and forth it goes, but in the end, Heroic should be able to pick this one up in strong fashion. Keith does manage to find one, but Snappy long range with the CZ-75 finish it off. Heroic picking up the pistol. Force buy for Big. Again, much like on Mirage, it's pretty much now or never for Big. They've already gotten one more round on the board than they did in the entire series or in the entire map of Mirage, rather. But they need so much more. I want to see that third map. It's gotta be more or less mission impossible for them to make that happen, but I definitely want to see it. Easy attack. Back and forth, going for those shoulder peaks, and finally finds the frag on Tapson. Easy attack and Snappy both taking a decent amount of damage, down to respectively 60 and 50 HP. Nico finds the aggression over towards B, finds the frag on GieTe, and now it's on Legia and Nex. Trying to get anything out of this round, and I think at this point, it's probably best if they just salvage what they've got, hold on to the CZ75, the armor. Legia potentially getting an exit frag here. It seems like Nex is sort of setting up for an exit as well. Does deal a good amount of damage on Nika. Takes him down to 7 HP. But Muddy returns the favor. Nex falls. Legia, no one moving out from the site towards his position. He'll hold on to the Deagle for the upcoming round, but a clean round here for Heroic, as they don't lose a single player. Big, full eco, Legia holding on to the Deagle for from the previous round rather. The rest of Big haven't really invested anything into the round. Keith does manage to find one, but Yugi with the triple. Yugi just seems on fire. I don't know what to say. He's absolutely destroying pretty much every single player, all on his lonesome. Let's get back to that in a second, because that was a nice 1d by Legia. Unfortunately, won't be getting anything else out of it, as Muddy will shut him down. 13-5 Heroic. Incredibly strong lead once again. 8-round lead at this point. Big finally with enough money to buy up completely. They do have a decent amount of utility behind them. M4 on 3 of the players, Taps on Legia and Nex. Got B playing with the FAMAS and Keith on the AWP. Decent amount of damage done early with the nades. Flashing towards drop. 2 players moved out towards connector. God B, how are you not gonna react to that? You even heard them push down and drop. Muddy gets the double. Keith up towards that A bomb site. Finds one with the AWP. That's the bomb as well. Finds the second. Nico goes down trying for the jump shot. That's a bit optimistic. Oh, missing his opportunity up close. Gets the frag on Snappy behind the guy he was aiming at. 14-5. Heroic. They almost lined up for Keith to get the collateral. Not quite though. 14-5. This time Big force buy, or pistol buy rather, going for a bit of a stack over towards B, or actually pretty much a default round with 3 players towards B, 2 towards A. The 2 A players, they barely do anything, barely do any damage. A quick aggression from Heroic seems to be paying off. Nex was managed to find one. Good nade damage takes him down to roughly 30. Can't seem to find the AK-47. believe it dropped down below the balcony instead. Muddy spots one, gets spotted as well. Tapson will shut him down. More than likely gonna try and find the AK. Instead he finds the MAC-10.
Terrorists win.
15-5, 10 match points for Heroic. They already took map 1 in strong fashion. That was 16-4. Now they're looking to do almost as good. Trying to close this one out in strong fashion here on Cobblestone and take the victory over Big. Move forward in the bracket and play against North in the next round. That will be covered on the mainstream ESL_CSGO. On this channel we got Gambit versus the winner of Navi and Epsilon coming up next. Before that, let's see how this could be final round goes. Legia finds the initial on Easy Tech. Got B, does manage to find one on Nico. Muddy with a quick trade. Legia, it's the second for him. Ooh, almost connecting with that through the smoke. Eve on the flank. I believe his position is known. I believe he got hurt. Indeed he does. Snappy trying to find the angle. Keith will shut him down, and Big, they should be able to hold this one. Hold on to this one and stay alive for at least one more round. Yugi, last man standing with the AWP over towards Dragonlaw. Does manage to find one on Keith, but Nex in a good position. Shuts him down. And indeed, Big hold on to it for at least one more round. Still 9 match points for Heroic. Big need 9 rounds in a row to take this one into overtime, and then they still have to fight with everything they got to secure the map victory and push us into 3rd map. If that happens, side note, I highly doubt it. Let's cover all grounds here. If that happens, we are gonna see Train, but as mentioned, I highly doubt it. I think this is going to be over pretty soon. Good angle. Easy Attack finds the frag on Tapson up towards the side. Next going for the aggression. Takes care of Nico. Easy Attack falls as well. Bomb is dropped in those B holes, and it's now a 2-on-4 situation with no one close to the bomb. Player who's closest to the bomb in bird perspective. It's Muddy, but he is in drop zone. Now Snappy making his way over towards the bomb. 2-on-4. 1 defender on the B bomb site, 2 defenders over towards A still. Would have loved to see one of the A players make their way in towards Connector. Instead, Legia gonna go for the long flank towards those B holes. Muddy. Time and time again, he finds the important kills. Takes care of Nex. Flash in. Legia, you're all alone with that flashbang, but he finds the frag on Snappy. That's important. It's the bomb. Muddy goes for the aggression. Legia shuts him down. That's a triple. 7th round on the board for Big. Heroic's economy is not that great anymore. Should be able to make it work with just 1 eco. Eve with the initial bit of a mixed eco, whatever you want to call it here for Heroic, and an easy round for Big. Tapson getting the triple in towards drop. 8th round on the board for Big. But as mentioned, Heroic, that single eco was more than enough to make sure they have enough money for this one. Get all the utility that they need. Get the AK-47s. They're not going to have enough money for an AWP. But on T side, it's not that big of a deal with the AWP here on Cobble. Double AWP setup for Big, however. Legia and Keith both playing the AWP. I love this molly. A molly is so clever. Keith going from the peak from middle. Legia helping out with a flashbang over from Matrix. Catching one of the players blind. Keith. Yet another. It's the double early into the round. Already a good amount of damage done towards Heroic. And I would love to see Big make this happen and throw us into the third and final game, but it's still so far away. I need 7 rounds in a row to take this into overtime. Easy tack. Finds one, quick trade, Keith, that's the triple. Nico left alone, 1-on-4 situation. Tapson trying to tap back and forth, will finally secure the frag on Nico. Not before Nico takes care of GieTe, however. 3 players surviving for Big. Their economy is in the right order. They got the money to work with. But if they lose one, it's all gonna be over. Once again, Heroic. 1 eco should be more than enough. Snappy completely blinded. Taps away with the C-75. Finds the frag on Legia. Taps and returns the favor. He gets the double. Easy attack and GieTe falls. Taps in with the triple now. Got B chiming in as well. Muddy goes down. Snappy left alone. Needs the ace. That's definitely not gonna happen. I can guarantee it. Got B. The double. Taps in with the triple. Now Big. They're only 5 rounds away. It's getting closer, it's getting more excited. That's for sure. I got my fingers crossed. I'm crossing every limb of my body right now, hoping for that overtime. Hoping that Big can make this one a bit more competitive and a bit more exciting for us to watch. They've already done that. I see a lot of you guys in the chat are worried about this game all of a sudden. Eve, it's a good shot on Nico. Getting a bit of help here from Legia. Legia finds one on Snappy. Keith is still there, but Yugi gets the double. Not only can he play with an AWP and the Deagle, he also knows how to swing around with the AK-47. Ooh, I set that a bit too early. He misses this opportunity here with the AWP over towards Tapson. Tapson finds the frag on Yugi. Three on 2. Easy Tech and Muddy making their way over towards B. There's only 1 defender on B. That's going to be next. It's not been the greatest game for him. Mirage was pretty abysmal for him, to be completely honest. Definitely chiming in way better on this one. Sitting on 19 kills. And Big, they managed to secure yet another round. Quick look at the scoreboard. As you can see, Tapson sitting at the very top for Big. Sitting on 21. 20 for Keith. 19 for Nexus mentioned, 14 for Legia, and 9 for GieTe. On the other side, on Heroic, Snappy at the very top on 25, 22 for Yugi, 17 for Nico and Muddy, and 11 for EasyTech. Another pause coming in, and yet again I can only suspect that it's a tactical for Heroic. They want to make sure they don't throw this one in the garbage. They want to make sure they figure out exactly what to do. And doing a bit of math here, it seems like they decide to go for the force buy, as that will secure them the most amount of rounds where they actually have a good buy. 4 more big. That's all you need. 4 more. GieTe goes down in towards drop Muddy. Shoot him out of the round. But he takes a good amount of damage, goes down to just 20 HP. Eve trying to find an angle with the AWP, needs to be careful. But taps and peeks out in towards drop. That's a quick shot. Good reaction from Tapson. The rest of Heroic seems like they're lining up. Potentially go for the aggression over towards B long. With only 40 seconds to go, Heroic now going for the aggression. The molly comes in, deals a bit of damage towards EasyTech. He's burning. But a good timing on the flash. EasyTech finds the kill on Tapson next. Muddy. Every player chiming in for Heroic. Legia last man standing. Just like that, Heroic will secure the victory over Big. 2-0 in this best of 3. The IEM Katowice 2018 European Closed Qualifier.